To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right.
Dave Chappelle just shared his thoughts on what's going on between Shannon Sharpe and Tony Busby. He thinks this lawsuit against Shannon might not be what it seems. Some people think it could be a way to bring Shannon down and show him who's really in charge behind the scenes. Shannon has been doing really well lately. His show, Club Shay Shay, is giving stars like Cat Williams and Monique a place to talk about some of Hollywood's secrets. And just when Shannon is about to sign a huge $100 million deal, this lawsuit suddenly shows up. So now Dave is saying this whole thing is no accident. People close to him are saying he even warned Shannon this might happen, especially after that Cat Williams interview blew up on YouTube. It became the biggest interview ever. Dave thinks this lawsuit is like a warning, the kind of thing powerful people do when someone starts getting too popular and sharing their secrets. But guess what? Tony Busby isn't staying quiet either. He's fighting back, saying Shannon's team already tried to offer $10 million to keep the whole thing quiet. Shannon even admitted to some of this. But now people are wondering if Shannon didn't do anything wrong, why spend so much money to make it all go away? And get this, there's a recording where Shannon is heard threatening to choke the other person. What's really going on here? Did Shannon mess up and is now trying to say he's being unfairly targeted? Or is Dave Chappelle right and this whole thing is just a sneaky plan to take Shannon down? A woman who wants to stay private and is going by Jane Doe has filed a big lawsuit against Shannon in Nevada. The lawsuit says there was a moment when Shannon got super mad at Jane Doe and there was a gun nearby. Jane got so scared that she wanted to send her location to her friends just in case something bad happened. But Shannon saw her trying to do it, and it made things worse. He grabbed her neck and told her he'd hurt her if she tried it again. It was a really scary moment for her. There's another part of the story about something Shannon did on Instagram Live in September 2024. He shared a private moment with another woman, Michelle, during the live video. Michelle isn't part of the lawsuit, but Jane says seeing that made her really upset. It made her worry about her health, like getting sick with something, and it caused her a lot of fear and stress. She says that after a live video with Michelle on social media, she tried to stop talking to Shannon, but he wouldn't leave her alone. Jane says things got worse. On October 6, 2024, she says Shannon forced her to do something she didn't want to do and held her down while she was crying. She says he hurt her even more after that. Then, on January 2nd, 2025, she says Shannon made her do something she didn't want to again. She says it lasted for a few minutes, and afterward, he hurt her again for about 10 minutes. She says she was crying and begging him to stop, but he didn't listen. These are very serious things that Jane shared in her lawsuit. The lawsuit doesn't just call Shannon Sharpe a sports star, it says something much worse about him. It claims he's been using his fame, money, and power to hurt and take advantage of women for a long time. Now, Jane Doe says she's had enough and wants to stop it. She's not staying quiet. She's asking for a trial with a jury and wants $50 million in damages. Shannon didn't stay quiet after hearing the news. He shared a statement through his lawyer, Lanny Davis, on social media and even revealed Jane Doe's real name, Gabriella Zuniga. And guess what? Zuniga is kind of a big deal online too. She has a following on OnlyFans and Instagram. In the statement, Shannon's lawyer talked about some text messages between Shannon and Zuniga, saying those texts show their relationship was completely okay. But here's the tricky part. There weren't any pictures shown, just some quotes from the messages. Shannon's team says Zuniga sent him some really crazy stuff, like asking him to choke her with a dog collar and saying she wanted him to make her have a baby. Shannon's lawyer didn't hold back either. He said this whole lawsuit is just a sneaky way to try to get a lot of money from Shannon. He called it a bunch of lies, made up stories, and fake stuff, and he's sure it won't work. About that audio clip where Shannon sounds like she's threatening to choke her.
Coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you do what you did to me.
His lawyer says Zuniga edited it to make it sound bad, even though he says it was actually part of something they both agreed to. Shannon's lawyer says everything that happened between them was part of a normal, adult relationship they both wanted. People are saying it was all just pretend. with wild talk and make-believe stories that Zuniga wanted. But Shannon's lawyer says no way. He says Shannon never forced or hurt her, and especially didn't do anything like what she's accusing him of. The lawyer says this is all just a way to try to get money and calls it blackmail, saying they're not falling for it. Shannon didn't stay quiet either. He posted a video online saying the lawsuit is just a big trick to get money. He even called out Tony Busby, saying he's targeting black men.
This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup.
Shannon reminded everyone that Busby tried to sue Jay-Z not too long ago too. Shannon thinks Busby is just trying to mess with the story and make himself look good. At first, Mr. Sharpe and his lawyers said Jane Doe's case wasn't worth anything. But then, everyone found out that Mr. Sharpe actually offered Jane $10 million, so she wouldn't take the case to court. Jane said no to the money and decided to stand up for herself in court. Now, Mr. Sharpe's team is trying to make her look bad and even shared some of her private information. Just like Tony Busby said, Shannon and his crew are coming after him now. But Busby isn't backing down. He says they're not giving up no matter how messy things get. Now, Dave Chappelle's name is being brought up too. People close to Dave are saying he tried to warn Shannon, telling him something like this might happen. Shannon has been letting people like Cat Williams speak up, and they're not afraid to call out the big, powerful folks in the industry. But guess what? Dave said they don't like it when you start stirring things up and acting like you're in charge. Fans are noticing too, and they're saying this lawsuit looks super shady. It showed up right when people were talking about Shannon maybe getting a $100 million media deal. And like Dave said before, those big money deals always come with strings attached. If you don't follow their rules, they'll take everything away from you in no time. People are starting to wonder who's really benefiting from all this mess. Some are saying it feels like someone is trying to stop Shannon just when he was doing really well. Shannon was finally becoming a big deal, making money, speaking up, and talking to people who don't always agree with the usual industry rules. Then out of nowhere, a big scandal that could ruin everything. Now fans don't know what to believe.